Hey guys, welcome back. I'm here today to do another book review, or a pseudo book review, as you know that I do. The book today I want to talk about is called Odd Thomas by Dean Koontz. At the bottom here it says, "Every gift has a price." If you're new to my channel, or if you're new to my book reviews, I call them pseudo book reviews because I really try to give you an idea of what the book is about, or kind of the feel of the book, without really telling you anything at all about it, because I don't like to ruin it for anyone. And if you're like me, it only takes one little word to ruin an entire book for you. So, especially if you're a big reader, you know, it's very easy to kind of infer what's going to happen. So I try my hardest to really not ruin anything for you if I can. Hopefully I can. But still kind of give you a feel for what I thought about it, what kind of a feel the book has, whether or not you would have an interest in reading it. So, this is one of the books written by Dean Koontz, and there is a series on these, and there is actually also a movie. I'm going to tell you that the movie is good for entertainment value. It's kind of reminds me of like a current B-rate sort of style movie. It does tell the story of the book, but it's very, if you're one of those readers who really likes a movie to really represent the book, it's almost blatantly disrespectful to the book in its lack of attention to detail. And it's details that are super easy to get right. So I just want to warn you about that ahead of time. If you're somebody who like me, likes to read the books and then see the movies and like really kind of dig into everything about, you know, something that you read. This kind of book, like sort of a mystery, sort of a suspense type of book, I really am not a fan of these types of books most of the time. When I was a kid, when I was pretty young, these kind of books really did it for me. But as an adult, I really typically don't enjoy them very much. And it's mostly because they tend to be very repetitive. You know, if you've read a lot of them, they all kind of become one and the same, and they're very predictable. This book, I will tell you that there was one bit of it that I was able to predict fairly early on, but I still had some surprises, so that was really good. And it kept my attention the entire time. It's a little bit different from a lot of other books in the same type of genre. And if I were to rate books on like a 5-star scale, I would give this a solid 4 out of 5. I really did enjoy it, and I do want to read the other books in the series. So, just to kind of give you sort of a rundown about it without hopefully telling you anything. Odd Thomas is actually the name of the main character, and you know, in the story they go into detail about his name and why he's called Odd Thomas, but you know, his name is fitting for him because he does sort of have supernatural powers, kind of along the lines of I see dead people. Okay, so I guess I shouldn't call them powers. I guess I should call them like you know, like a supernatural sixth sense sort of thing. And this sort of gift that he has, as it says on the front cover, every gift has a price. It does come with a price, and it sort of gets him into some troubles and some situations that the rest of us would not, you know, normally get into, and it affects the way people kind of see him, and a lot of things like that. But kind of the main precipice of this book is the position and the responsibility that he ends up with because he has this ability. And, you know, his ability is positive in the sense that he can help people, or he can help, you know, solve problems that probably would not have been so easily solved. But it also puts him in predicaments where he feels or has a responsibility to really kind of protect people in a way, or you know, I mean, he could just ignore it and sort of go about his business, but he sort of has this this sense of responsibility to, you know, follow through with the things that his extra abilities kind of dump in his lap. Okay, so there's really not a lot I can really tell you. There are some supernatural creatures involved in this book. If you enjoy that type of thing, it is kind of a mystery book. It's kind of a sort of a crime thriller type of a feel. So if you enjoy those kind of books, you would probably enjoy it. Wait for the card to pass. If you enjoy stories about people with sensational abilities, then you would probably enjoy it. If you enjoy some twists, some plot twists and turns, you will probably enjoy it. And if you're looking for just like a light read that you really enjoy picking up, that you're gonna kind of feel driven to read through fairly quickly, that doesn't take a lot of brain power to read, but that is just but still keeps you kind of focused and paying attention, then you will enjoy it. The setting of the book is in one of those kind of like small, out of the way sort of towns that has a decent sized population, but is kind of, it's kind of one of those nowhere towns where people don't necessarily leave the town, but it's not necessarily close to anything else. And it just is one of those towns that just is sort of completely separated from the rest of the world. Big enough where there are people that in the town that don't know each other. It's not that small of a small town, but you know, still small enough where everything they need is sort of encapsulated in this little town, and there's not a lot of interacting with the rest of the world, so to speak. There also is sort of a little hint of a little bit of a campy sort of style of humor in there. It's very dry and it's very subtle. I wouldn't describe this as a funny book at all, but there are a few little details about the book that might make you, you know, chuckle, because it's sort of like, I don't know, it's sort of like, man, that's kind of a stretch, but it wouldn't be this book if those details weren't in it. So a little teeny tiny sense of humor. If you have a dry sense of humor like I do, there will be some things that just kind of make you chuckle. I don't know that it's necessarily that way on purpose either, but you'll get a few little giggles out of a few little things. But just, I mean, a solid 4 out of 5. Like I said, you know, I normally rate books as, you know, buy it, borrow it, or burn it. You know, this is a book I would buy, and I would buy the rest of the series. It's not one that I would be like, okay, you have to own this. You have to have this in your collection. This is like an all-time must-buy type of book. But it is one where I can see myself sort of collecting, you know, collecting the series. So I would rate this as a buy, you know, like I said, a solid 4 out of 5 stars. So if you have any questions about it, then you can comment below. If it is a question that I think is a little too detailed, if I answer it in public and might ruin it for somebody, I might respond to you as a direct message, just so you know. But if there's anything else you want to know about it, or if you want to ask any questions even about the movie or something like that, then obviously comment down below. Let me know what you are reading. I'm already pretty close to being done with another book, so I probably will be doing one of these sooner rather than later. Let me know what you're reading down in the comments, if you have a book that you really loved or a book that you really did not love, or just let me know what you're reading right now. And don't forget to click the subscribe button if you're new to my channel. We do a lot of book talk, but we also do a lot of, you know, beauty, fashion, girly, everyday life kind of things here too. So if you just like to make new friends, then don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!